When did keeping your friends close and enemies closer pay off? When I started my dream job at a prestigious marketing firm, I was paired with Sarah as my office partner. Big mistake. We hit it off immediately. Stayed late working on campaigns together, grabbed coffee every morning, complained about our demanding boss. Everyone said we were like work sisters. At first, everything was perfect. We'd bounce ideas off each other, cover for each other during sick days, celebrate each other's wins. But the red flags were everywhere. She'd take credit for my ideas in meetings, making little comments like building off what I mentioned earlier when presenting my concepts, called me sweetie in front of clients like I was her assistant. I thought it was just competitive ambition. I was so naive. Then came that Thursday evening that changed everything. I was working late when I saw her computer screen still open at her desk, and there it was. An email draft to our boss with the subject line, promotion discussion, my portfolio. The attachment was my entire campaign for our biggest client, with her name on it. My stomach dropped. She'd scheduled it to send Friday morning, right before our big presentation. I looked over at her and she was smiling at her phone, probably texting about how she was about to steal my promotion. When I confronted her the next morning, she didn't even flinch, just shrugged and said, the best ideas rise to the top. Maybe you should work harder if you want to get ahead. When I showed the email to our boss, he said it was, he said, she said, and that I should focus on being a team player. That weekend, she posted on LinkedIn about her innovative campaign strategy using my exact concepts. Hundreds of congratulations poured in from industry professionals. But I didn't panic. I didn't quit. I just smiled and said, congratulations. Because if she wanted to play dirty, she picked the wrong person. I stayed professional, helped her with deadlines, even gave her advice when she asked. Every time she smirked at me like she'd won, I smiled back. Because I was building my case. I was documenting everything. Every email where she asked me to review her work that was actually my stolen ideas. Every time she had me write reports and presentations she'd later claim as hers. Every instance where she made me do her research while she took credit. I kept it all in a private folder with timestamps and witnesses. Then came the news. The creative director position was opening up. The role we'd both been working toward for years. A once-in-a-decade opportunity with a six-figure salary and the chance to lead the entire creative department. She was already planning her acceptance speech, telling people she was a shoo-in. That's when I knew exactly what to do. I waited until she submitted her portfolio for the position, packed with campaigns she'd stolen from me over the past year. Then I opened her computer during lunch. She never locked it. Fatal mistake. In her files, I found something incredible. Her entire portfolio was templates and concepts downloaded from design websites and stock creative platforms. She hadn't created a single original idea in 2 years. Not one. But that wasn't all. I also found emails where she'd been secretly meeting with our competitors, trying to sell our client strategies and insider information for freelance work. I compiled everything. Screenshots of the original sources, her downloaded files with timestamps, side-by-side comparisons, documented proof of her pattern of theft, and evidence of corporate espionage. I sent it all anonymously to HR, our boss, and the executive team with a detailed timeline of her fraudulent behavior. 3 days later, she was called into a meeting that lasted 4 hours. Security escorted her out that afternoon with a box of her belongings. The company announced an immediate investigation into intellectual property theft. But here's the beautiful part. When they fired her for cause, they also sued her for damages and breach of contract. Her LinkedIn profile disappeared. Her industry connections dropped her. Word spread through our small professional network like wildfire. No reputable firm would touch her. 6 months later, I got promoted to creative director with a corner office and a team of 12. She's working retail at a mall across town and had to move back in with her parents. She destroyed my trust, so I destroyed her entire career.